If you're going to an SAP S4 implementation, obviously you are starting with a greenfield approach. Nevertheless, also the greenfield approach and starting with a clean, brand new system is a common approach for SAP installed base customers to really get the best and the most advantages of the new SAP S4HANA system. In that terms, you are getting rid of all of your historical processes, developments and even modification if you want to. Nevertheless, there's also the chance simply to lift up the existing SAP ERP system to the SAP S4HANA environment by using the system conversion. In that terms, you simply take all the processes from the past, all the developments and all the modifications and lift it up to the latest SAP S4HANA version. Or you take the approach of the selective data transfer model, where we simply can go ahead and take the best of both worlds, taking over existing processes and combining it with the modern world and the latest technologies. But all of these three suggested steps are the groundwork. The real benefit from an SAP S4HANA implementation comes by taking the latest technology, integrating them via the business technology platform and getting the full advantage of modern technologies which are available in the market. For that one, we established a proven project methodology with a discovery assessment to really define together with you the roadmap, and not only for the SAP S4HANA implementation, also beyond that part. And for this one, it's extremely important to utilize the benefits which you can easily accessible with the modern technologies. To get a little bit more into detail on that section, I'm now handing it over to Andy to talk a little bit more about the capabilities and the benefits which we jointly can achieve.
Thanks, Mark. It's no secret that the essence of a successful business transformation lies in understanding, optimizing, and then improving your business processes. SAP has tools to assist with this, such as Process Discovery for S4HANA transformation, which delivers analysis of process performance and efficiency and identifies areas for potential improvement and automation. RISE with SAP expands this to include a new set of tools under the Business Process Intelligence umbrella. At the core of this will be technology from the recent Signavio acquisition. Whether you are planning to convert your existing SAP ECC system to S4HANA, or you prefer the so-called greenfield route to a fresh deployment, understanding your business's processes in more detail and being able to identify opportunities for improvement is critical for all customers that I speak to. Clearly, the value of improved business processes should not be underestimated, but we should not stop there. Our ambitions can and should go further. Putting S4HANA at the core of your enterprise opens up additional opportunities to quickly adopt a range of so-called intelligent technologies that can accelerate your journey to becoming a truly intelligent enterprise. There are solid examples here, ranging from in-memory data underpinning faster and more flexible planning and business simulations, to pre-built machine learning bots that can automate existing processes. The impact of these technologies are not difficult to see. And finally, we can look beyond the core applications and turn our attention to integration. SAP's business technology platform is our start point for extending our reach and insight beyond the core S4HANA system. The SAP Integration Suite allows us to build modern, loosely coupled, API-driven integrations with other SAP and non-SAP sources. By leveraging the SAP Integration Suite, we have helped customers realize end-to-end processes that span heterogeneous application landscapes, going beyond the physical boundaries of their organization, reaching customers, partners, and suppliers. You can start using the SAP Business Technology Platform today, either under your existing SAP contractual terms or as an add-on from a hyperscaler, or using the starter credits provided by RISE with SAP. So in summary, 3 key things to think about: optimizing your business processes, adopting and leveraging new technologies, and integrating to increase value. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Andy, for your update on the business technology platform and the further services. What you already recognized with IRPA, we have got a powerful tool to integrate and automate existing SAP S4HANA processes. And that is not even stopping here on that level. By utilizing the business technology platform and technologies and services like conversational AI, we can integrate services from hyperscalers or any other vendor and provider in the market. So imagine you integrate to the conversational AI a digital avatar to have human being interactions in combination with your SAP S/4HANA system. All of that is possible with the technology which we have currently in front of us. And intelligence technologies is really providing us the benefit and the key milestone to achieve the next level of an intelligent enterprise. Application management can be run with process automation, so we can analyze the landscape and check the services which are running on the technical side. But nevertheless, it really gives us a chance with machine learning, with artificial intelligence, the chance to fully automate business processes beyond the SAP system environment. So having got integration of the line of business systems in combination with an SAP S/4HANA system and non-SAP system is really providing us a chance to have fully automated end-to-end processes. That really takes the robot out of a human and simplifies the process world for the users. User experience is definitely one of the key. But to achieve that level, we definitely need to go a step further. And for this step further, we need at first data. As we already hearing since years, data is the oil of the future. And with all of the HANA technologies which we are seeing in, we really have got the big advantage to integrate them into the future. And Andy will lead us to the next level here.
Yes, it is true that access to data has never been more important. Let's start with all of the data we enter into our SAP system. The sales orders, the invoices and the production orders. All of that data that is generated by the processes running within our SAP system. The master data that holds all of our processes together, the materials, the charts of accounts, the customers and the suppliers, and of course, the metadata, data about data, the so-called digital exhaust that's generated when we run these processes. All of this data is able to be consolidated, compared, or drilled into in real time by the business user. Not only that, but we can also use so-called exponential technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to spot patterns in this vast and ever-changing set of data. These so-called intelligent processes can react in real time to scenarios that a human would never notice. But we should not limit our ambitions just to the data that we have within our SAP S/4HANA system. As I mentioned earlier, you can use the integration suite within the SAP Business Technology Platform to access data across your entire application landscape, from real-time application integration and database query virtualization to the ingestion of streaming IoT data. We're able to work with all common data sources. The real payoff, however, comes in our ability to connect these capabilities to build end-to-end intelligent processes that span applications and multiple lines of business. This end-to-end insight is a core part of the intelligent enterprise vision. We can access this data and associated metadata at a pace and level of detail which seemed impossible even 5 years ago. We can deliver true insight across the entire process chain, unlocking huge incremental value for customers.
The pace of change with SAP continues to accelerate faster than it has ever before. For SAP service providers like NTT, we are constantly investing in training and innovations to stay current on the latest SAP technologies. For IT organizations, it can be a significant struggle to keep pace with the ever-changing technology. Couple that with the fact that business leaders are looking to IT to accelerate their business agenda with technology, and we have a conflict. The list of business initiatives continues to expand, and IT is being asked to deliver more, faster. IT leaders are being tasked with the following challenges. What cloud do I choose? Private, public, on-premise? How do I balance running the SAP solution 24/7 while continually bringing solutions to the business that are relevant? What are my IT leaders and peers in the market delivering to remain competitive? How do I keep my IT organization engaged and not become stagnant on old technologies? These are very common challenges, and now we see them in the market today. The question is how do IT leaders embrace this challenge and look for new IT models that deliver business outcomes and not just SLAs? As you look for new IT models that drive business value from the SAP solution, you have to consider really 5 key areas where business and IT must align. First is baseline IT services. These the low maturity IT organizations are able to effectively run and manage the day-to-day IT support operations, or called keep the lights on. From service desk and ITIL-based processes, IT is tasked to deliver SLA-based services at the application and infrastructure layer. This is the 101 of running SAP and is really a commodity service in the IT industry. The focus here is on process efficiency and system availability. Many times the challenge for IT is they're stuck at this level and they don't have the maturity to go into higher value roles. As you move up the stack, IT must provide higher value services to the business. This includes ongoing changes to the solution, business updates, enhancements, and upgrades. With the ever-changing SAP S/4HANA releases, IT organizations must understand the relevant business content that's being introduced and advise the business on what value can be extracted from these new solutions and releases. IT needs to look for practical and pragmatic solutions to proactively bring to the table. And in order for this to be successful, you need to have effective governance, change management, and corresponding measures between the IT and business to make it work. From the business lens, most business leaders seek an IT organization that will deliver outcome-based IT services. This is where IT is required to deliver business solutions that drive measurable value back to the business area. You can call it transformation as a service or IT as a service. For this to occur, IT must understand the business drivers, KPIs, as well as the business process. IT must have a clear understanding of the SAP S/4HANA roadmap and the solution, and IT must be able to identify the value drivers, articulate them to the business, and then deliver those. In the ideal setup, IT will wrap the outcome-based IT services with industry-specific knowledge. How are my peers in the market tackling this challenge? What are the other SAP solutions available that we should leverage? IT should lay out these to the business and benchmark it against peers and competitors in the market. Lastly, for outcome-based services to be effective and be delivered by IT, both IT and the business leaders must define a continual engagement model where they regularly review the measures and adjust the outcomes that are being targeted. This includes regular roadmap reviews, assessments of business and IT performance, and most importantly, industry-infused knowledge into the entire process. Delivering outcome-based solutions or transformation to service is a very achievable outcome, but it requires a very high level of maturity in the IT organization and even higher business alignment. Outcomes must be defined and measured. IT must have a strong knowledge of the SAP solution and have industry knowledge to accelerate the value identification, the development, and implementation of new solutions. The ultimate goal is to seek and deliver business solution outcomes as part of a transformation service engagement model. Most IT organizations can deliver baseline and value-add services. The challenge for us as IT and business leaders is to implement effective outcome-based services models. Mark, over to you.
Thanks, Bill, for the introduction. And I think what you recognized today during the presentation is that in the combination of an SAP S/4HANA system with the modern technology Andy showed us and the outcome-based services Bill presented to us, you really have got a rocket in your hands if you're utilizing it to your benefits. But that is not only everything what you have. So we're talking about the Intelligent Suite, where you're integrating the line of business solutions, SuccessFactors, C4HANA, into the SAP S/4HANA system, where you really have got end-to-end business processes. But nevertheless, we need to bring in the industry flavor. So with a lot of industry extension, we also have as our organization we are providing to you, we really can enhance the business process with the industry expertise we all need to differentiate in our market segments. And the business technology platform is for us the key enabler to go beyond the SAP world. So it really gives us the access to the cloud partner network, to the technology leaders in the world, and really to integrate latest technologies into the SAP world. But nothing is more than working together with customers, partners, and suppliers. The business partner network here is really for us an enabler to drive our business processes further. So integrating not only technologies, integrating business partners into your day-to-day business process is really the top of the motion where we are in. So it's really driving the business differentiator to your market and gives you the full capabilities to outline the best services to your customers and really have got the full transparency in all of your business processes in your supply chain, and also then making sure that invoicing and payment per terms working correctly. So let's be inspired by all of the technologies and take that one as an advantage and get to think with your teams what are the inspirations you're taking away from today and where to lift up your system for the future.